Hi, everybody. Welcome to this week's reading. My name is Stephanie. Welcome if this is your first time tuning in. Each week, I bring you an energy forecast for the coming week to help you get a little bit of a jump start on what's coming. So this week, we are looking at September 4th through September 10th, 2022. I often mention that if you stumble across a reading outside the specific time frame and it feels relevant or resonant to you, then it absolutely is. So the readings are always timeless in that respect, but we also do look at a specific week. So September 4th to September 10th, 2022 is what we're looking at right now. And I do 3 keywords that I have channeled from the Akashic records while I am working in the records each week, and some crystal guidance as well as some oracle card guidance. So let's start with our 3 keywords this week. So vastly different energy this week. And we are in the first full week of September. I don't know astrologically if that has anything to do with it. If any of my astrology friends want to chime in the comments, you are 100% welcome to. I value your insight. I'm always amazed at how it coincides and supports the channeled information and the oracle card guidance that we get each week, and the crystals. So it's always very interesting for me to read if anybody has any comments about astrological aspects that are happening. But I feel very different energy this week. So not the energy of 2 steps back, and not the energy of anything backward. Ooh, I think we are in a Mercury retrograde this week, or very soon. So the visual I kept getting when I was doing the 3 keywords is like like things coming to a stop, almost kind of, they're still on the right path, but they're almost like we're just gonna hold steady for a week or so. So the keywords I got kind of supported that visual. I got rest, space, and holding pattern, which I thought was an interesting phrase. So rest being physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, taking it down a notch, taking it easy, avoiding conflict when you can. I believe we are in a Mercury retrograde, newly in a Mercury retrograde. These are not scary things. It's just a time to slow down and be more mindful, especially about communication in any form: emails, texts, verbal communication, body language. More mindfulness is usually necessary during a retrograde. It calls us to slow down and see how we are presenting ourselves to others, as well as how we are sort of viewing others. So just being mindful, resting when we need to, just taking some time out. I know for a lot of people, this is kind of a back to school week, getting back into the swing of things week, if you have kids in school or if you're going to school. So just taking a time out when you need to, like between activities, if you're able to this week, because I'm just getting a really strong energy of take those little areas of rest, whatever that looks like for you, whenever you can. And then space, the same energy, like carve out little spaces of time within which to rest. And it doesn't always mean laying down to take a nap. It's not always about our physical body being tired, but carving out some time, like, can I just go sit over here away from these people and take 10 deep breaths? Like, what can I do to carve out some space for myself to rest? And then holding pattern. I even looked up the dictionary definition. If you tune in regularly, sometimes I do that because I know what it means to me, but I want to make sure that I also am putting it out in the way that it is most commonly known, so that, people can see if it resonates for them. And the dictionary definition of a holding pattern is a state or period of no change. So that's exactly kind of the holding pattern, holding steady visual I was getting this week. So a state or period of no change. So just kind of a liminal space this week. Again, I feel like this might be astrological, but I don't know enough to call that one. So, but being in a holding pattern, carving out space for yourself to rest this week. So then we will use the Healing Crystals deck number 5 this week for our crystal energy. We are going to use, for our Sunday energy, this Mystic Angels Empowerment deck. And then for the remainder of the week, we are going to use the beautiful Work Your Light Oracle deck. So let's start with our crystal energy. And it is the, I have gone ahead and shuffled, and I did draw all the cards, but I have not looked at them yet. So we have the Eyelet Stone. This is interesting. So heart and throat chakras. So it's that kind of mindful, meaningful communication, right? So we're processing things here, but speaking them, putting them out. And it's throat chakra governs oral communication, obviously verbal communication, but it's also written communication, emails, texts, voicemails, anything like that is going to be through the throat chakra, whether it's actually spoken or not. It's any type of communication. So interesting that it's the heart and the throat this week. The 3 keywords for this stone are solutions, wisdom, and wonder. And the affirmation you can use if you want to work with the energy of this crystal this week is, I appreciate all of the beauty in my life. So that's kind of a stop and smell the roses energy, right? I appreciate all of the beauty in my life. So very cohesive with the rest and space energies of saying, okay, I can slow down in these things that maybe I perceived as stresses. If I look at them from a different vantage point, the vantage point of when I am rested and when I have given myself some space, maybe I see things a little differently and I can appreciate them as beautiful things in my life. So I like this crystal for this week. It's, if you're not familiar with the eyelet stone, it is a blend of turquoise, chrysocolla, azurite, and other minerals. So really cleansing, but very connected to the heart and the throat. So perfect for this week. So then our angel card, these cards have the most beautiful artwork. And each one is about an archangel. So the archangel that comes out for the energy of this week is Archangel Raphael. And the contemplative word for this week is healing, which I like. That's rest, that's space, that's holding pattern, that's giving ourselves time and space to rest and heal. The symbolism for Raphael is the dove of peace. And it says, the peace that you seek is at hand and within. The healing that you wish for is to be found in the peace of knowing that only love is real, and to that love you will one day return. The Archangel Raphael, sometimes known as the healer, has come to open your eyes to the beauty that lies within you and all around you. So rest and space, stop and smell the roses. What is this? I appreciate all of the beauty in my life. And this says, Raphael is here to open your eyes to the beauty that lies within you and all around you. This glorious angel of healing asks that you spend time with him each day in the silence of your heart to receive the healing vibration of his presence. Perfect. Give to Raphael anything that makes you feel less than whole, and let this archangel fill you with peace. And so there's also a mantra or affirmation you can use to work with this energy, and it is, peace is within me, I am at peace. So I love these. And I am, sometimes I do get intuitive messages or guidance that maybe things are going to be very chronological, like the cards are going to apply to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sometimes they're to be taken for most people, and these are collective ratings, so everyone should take them how they resonate for them. But sometimes I get the message that they're more of a chunk energy than a chronological energy. And so this week I'm really getting that they're kind of chronological, but also a chunk. I tell ya, I don't argue with the information I get anymore. I learned to stop doing that a long time ago. But so this one, it's like there's a chronological aspect, but it's also going to be very cohesive by the time we get to the end of it. So let's see how this unfolds from the Work Your Light Oracle. So Monday, we have take a break. So that's the rest and space energy, right? Take a break says a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So, giving yourself a break, especially if that break is mental, those ruminating thoughts I talk about sometimes, those just kind of can't get our brain to shut down. Really important this week, especially, with retrograde energy and Mercury being communication, to get out of our heads and get into a space of rest. And rest, like I said, is not always laying down and taking a nap, though it may be. I will do that. But it's sometimes taking a walk and just listening to some relaxing music or something that gets our focus out of those cyclical, repetitive, ruminating thoughts. So really taking a break from anything you need to take a break from, but specifically from that mental chatter this week, and giving yourself rest and space. So Tuesday, we have the fill up your well card. It says retreat, rest, refuel. So I told you I was getting really strong messages about rest and space this week. Fill up your well, retreat, which is giving yourself space, rest, and refuel. So really just giving yourself permission this week to stay in that holding pattern. You're not going backward. Even if it feels like we're kind of going like this, the message I'm getting is, this isn't that we took a step forward and we're going 2 steps back. We're not going backward. We're like on this axis, right? We're like our own little planetary thing. And we're on this axis, and we might have been here, and then we might be here, and then we might be here, but we're in a holding pattern. So we're just kind of coming to homeostasis this week. We're just kind of finding our resting place. So then Wednesday, we have the Starseed card. What lights you up? So this is about finding the beauty in things, right? So here with the eyelet stone, we have, I appreciate all of the beauty in my life. And with the Archangel Raphael card, we have, that it says to be in the silence of your heart, to receive the healing vibration and really appreciate the energy and the guidance and the clarity that is given to us when we do take the time to rest and give ourselves space. So this also very cohesive. Again, this is Wednesday, but I feel like this is also a weekly reading. What lights you up? So tuning in, because you're in that space of allowing yourself to rest and be in a holding pattern and not worry about moving forward right this very second. Then you can tune into the beauty and you can say, okay, what do I find joy in? Is it different than it used to be? Because it's okay for that to evolve and change. You don't have to like something just because historically you have liked something. Your wants, your needs, your preferences can change. So what do I want, need, and prefer right now? What lights me up now? So kind of taking stock of that midweek. And then Thursday, we have transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. That's very much with the holding pattern energy, like giving ourselves time, space, and the needed stillness and rest to allow this transformation to take place, to allow ourselves to heal and change on a cellular level. And again, this is like, our preferences can change. We can transform into something we were not anticipating when we give ourselves the grace to be whoever we want to be authentically and truthfully. Friday, we have the Awakening card, which could not be more perfect. So the Awakening card says energetic upgrades. That's just like the transformation card, right? Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, and integration. So it's kind of like this card, and then we just moved a little bit forward into the integration of what we want. What do we want? What lights us up? We're transforming based on that because we are authentic and we are in our truth, and we have given ourselves space, rest, stillness, grace to discover what lights us up. Then we're able to transform and have this awakening time. And this is about the integration of those energies. I feel like this is Jenga this week. They stay. So then interestingly, 2 cards are stuck together for Saturday. So bonus energy for this week. Very interesting. I just glanced at my calendar and realized that this is the day of the full moon. I don't know what the full moon is in. Again, not an astrologer. So I'm not sure what sign the full moon is in, but there is a full moon today on Saturday, the 10th. I didn't realize that. Very interesting, given the keywords that came out, because that wasn't even on my radar, even on a subconscious level. So I love that all of this healing is taking place full moon during this full moon energy. So this is perfect. So actually these 2 cards came out stuck together. We'll take one for Saturday and we'll do one as the energy of the full moon. What does this full moon mean? So this is the first one I saw, and it's the play card, which I feel like has come out before with this deck on a Saturday. And I always think play is the perfect energy for a Saturday. I mean, we should all work more of it into our lives, things we find joyous and playful, because that is the easiest energy from which to manifest the things you want more of, right? Is when we're in an energy of joy and play. So if you can, it's like one of the fastest ways to raise your vibration is play. Find what lights you up, play. So Saturday we have the play card and it says, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. So, still being in the space of rest and holding pattern and space and tuning into what you find beautiful and what feels nurturing this week. But then Saturday saying, okay, what would bring me like a playful energy, a childlike energy today? What would really light me up? What would I find fun? And that's going to be different for everybody. So don't try to base it on what the collective thinks is fun. Tune into what you really feel is fun, and do that on Saturday. So then our bonus card that came out, and we'll just take this for the energy of the full moon. Oh, funny. It does have a full moon on it. If I can, it's kind of got a glare, but it's got a full moon on this card that came out as a bonus card for the full moon, and it's unbound. This is absolutely perfect for the energy of the full moon, releasing patterns, contracts, past lives. So this is, full moons are perfect for release work, for letting go of the things we have accumulated that are no longer serving us. So the fact that this has a full moon on it, it is coming out as a bonus card on the day of the full moon, and it is the unbound card about letting go of anything that is not in line with this. We've spent a lot of time in contemplation this week, deciding what lights us up, what pleases us, what makes us feel secure, what makes us feel good. What do we want to let go of on Saturday? We'll have much more clarity by Saturday about what we want to let go of so that these energies can be integrated fully. So that is our guidance for the week. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to connect with me on a deeper level through a private reading, you can find all of my contact information in the description box below. I will see you next week.